guys. Okay, so let's get this tutorial started. The first thing I am going to use is, I have a little sample of this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This is the actual gel primer, not the spray primer, obviously. And I love this. This actually makes my face feel really smooth. And I just take a small dot and I'm just gonna dot it in my T-zone area because that's where I need the most help. And it glides on very smoothly. And I tend to put a lot up here because, you know, I'm older. I'm an older woman. And I need more help covering up the pores around my nose, cheek, the smile lines. And I'm just gonna go out from there. So I start in with clean hands, by the way. Don't ever do your makeup with dirty hands because that'll just put more bacteria on your face and cause more breakouts. So I've already done my eyes. If you like that, you want a tutorial on it, it's like a purple blue from the Tarte Lip palette. Well, it's not blue, it's purple. Just leave comments below and I will do a tutorial on that for you. It is really pretty. It came out really nice. I like it a lot. Okay, so I'm patting that in just a little bit. And then okay, so now we are ready for foundation. And I apologize if I'm looking this way a lot. This is where my mirror is. This is where I can see what I'm doing. I can't see what I'm doing in here. So I do apologize if I happen to be looking this way a lot. So move on. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do now that I have my primer on is I'm gonna take my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water and I'm just gonna spritz that all over my face. Whew. And then I'm going to take my Morphe M439 brush and my favorite foundation in the world, which is the Dior Nude Air foundation. Let's see if I can get that to focus on that. There you go. And I am in 030. Basically, I'm just going to push this into the skin. And this is a very full coverage foundation. Very full. And it's actually really thin, but it covers so good, but it looks like skin. That's what I love about this foundation, is it actually looks like skin. And I am gonna take that down the neck a little bit. And I apologize if you can hear my children. They're supposed to be outside playing while I film, but obviously they're in the basement making a bunch of noise. I do pat it in, but then I go back in circular motions just to make sure I got the right coverage. Now everybody's like, oh, don't do that, it'll wipe off your makeup, yada yada crap. It doesn't. It does not. Don't let anybody feed you that line of crap. Some of the best makeup is done by buffing. So I always go through afterwards and just buff and make sure that it all looks even. All right, so now we've got the coverage, but we still have some blemishes here. Can you see the blemishes on here? So what I do is I do use the Benefit Erase Paste, and I am in the medium, and I am just going to put some of that under my eyes to get rid of the blues and the greens that I have got working under here. It's not a pretty sight, folks. I am an aging older woman with wrinkles under my eyes and everything else, and you know, you just have to learn how to deal. Careful of your eyeliner. I might have to go back over that. I am just patting that out underneath my eye, trying to cover up those blues. You see how that takes away the blues and the greens? And I do apologize if my lighting is changing. I am using natural light and it's slowly coming down. The sun is slowly coming down. But do you see how I got rid of all that? And how just it looks so nice. Like, so incredibly nice. Just brightens that area up. The erase paste, I would like to try the Eve Pearl. I have that. I ordered it. It's on its way. I'm going to try that as well. But for right now, the erase paste, Benefit erase paste, is working quite nicely. So if you do want to blend that, you can go back over it with your foundation brush just to blend that in just a little bit more. And just dab. Do not wipe this. Just dab over it. The next thing I am going to do is my concealer, and I'm just going to take a little touch, and this is, what is this? Oh, the Bare Mineral Stroke of Light. This is my favorite concealer at the moment. I was using the NARS, and then I discovered this. And I gotta tell you, this is fantabulous. So you do want to make a little V shape under your eye. You want to go all the way up into the corner, and I pat all the way out like this, and then I come down in a triangular shape, and then go through and hit your hot spots, as I like to call them. This is a little bit lighter, but once you've already gone over it with your foundation, this should blend right in and get rid of any blemishes that you may have. If not, you can go back over it with a darker concealer if you wish, more skin tone. The darker the concealer, the better it's going to hide the blemish. The lighter the concealer, it's going to take more, it's going to bring more light to that area and more attention to that area, which is why I've got so much going on right here, because I want my under eyes to be nice and bright, and I want them to stand out, and it's a nice highlight. This color is in Luminous 2, which is, I think, the medium. It's like a medium light color. Now, I am very tan, and you just want to make sure when you go around that eyeliner that you actually go around that eyeliner. So I'm going to take whatever's left on my sponge and just pat my forehead, down my nose, my upper lip, and my chin, just to bring those forward. If you feel that you need more, you can always go back and add as much as you want. It's buildable. Everything is buildable. I use my Smashbox sticks to start, and I'm going to do the contour, and I'm just going to make a little mark from the top of my ear right into the hollow of my cheek. I have pretty good hollows. Some people don't, so you have to kind of figure out where your hollow is. That is my hollow right there. And I don't want to go any further than where my hollow is. That's it. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to take a brush, and I am going to blend that up. Down and up. But you don't want to go past this point. You want to leave this nice and highlighted right here. And then just blend up. I kind of go back and forth, and then I blend up. Now, I don't know why, but it always drops down on this cheek on me. It always goes a little bit below where I wanted it to go, but this one does not. And I don't know if it's because I'm right-handed or left-handed. Okay, and there you go. You have the perfect contoured face going on. This is what it looks like from the front. Gorgeous. Gives you that nice cut shape. The bronzer is next, and I'm just gonna hit a little up here and here. I'm gonna hit some on the forehead. I don't do the contour up here, I do the bronzer, just because I think it's a little bit of overkill to have both. I'd rather have the bronzer and look more bronze than have the contour. And I don't know, it's a little too much. A little too much for me. The bronzer you just want to do a little bit higher. than the contour. You don't want to go too much higher, just a little bit higher. And again, you don't want to bring that all the way down if you want to keep this highlighted. You want this area to be highlighted. You don't want to bring that down. Okay, so I think I've got this pretty well blended to where I want it to be. You want to try to leave the top of the cheek. See how that's highlighted already? But we're going to add more to it. So you want to leave the top of the cheek bare. Next thing is my blush. So I actually don't use anything but Morphe blushes. However, in my lovely little Ipsy bag came this, and it's Hikari, and it is in the color Tango, and it is so pretty. Look at that. It's like a bright pink. So I'm actually going to mix this with one of my Makeup Geek blushes. So I'm going to mix this with, I believe this is Rendezvous, which looks like that by Makeup Geek. So I'm going to take my blush brush. Where is my, oh wow, it's way over there. Actually, you know what we're going to do before we even do that? We're going to set our eyes, because that is just silly not to. So I'm going to take some Laura Mercier, what's this, translucent powder in the cap. I put a little bit in the cap because it's got that, it's got the holes in it, so for sifting. I'm going to put it in the cap. I'm going to swirl my brush in it, tap it, and then pat it under the eye. And that will set the whole under eye area before it starts to crease. This does have some sparkle to it, this Laura Mercier powder. So if you don't want sparkle, don't use this. I would recommend Bare Minerals translucent powder. It has no sparkle in it, and it is a great setting powder. Absolutely. It's Mineral Veil. Yeah, their translucent setting powder is called Mineral Veil. And I'm just going to bring that down to the where I want the highlight to be on my cheeks. Up and down, just in that same triangle shape that we put the concealer in. Boom. Done. I am going to just, and you really just need a dip, and then look at all that. That is just like incredible pigment. Actually, I would recommend probably buffing a little bit of that off, or even taking a towel and just dabbing it on your towel, and then picking up some of the Rendezvous and dabbing that, and kind of gives it a little bit of mix. And then I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks on either side. And this really is highly pigmented, so you really don't need a lot for that. Just nice rosy, cute color. Springy, summery, cute color. And I'm just going to pat that, and then I'll give it a little brush, and then I pat it and give it a little brush. This side of my face always takes color better than this side of my face. Why? I have no idea. I just, you know. Cute. Cute. Perfect. Moving on. Quickly moving on. All right. So we've got our blush done, our contour done, everything's all set. This is my foundation routine in a nutshell. Do my foundation, my contour, my blush. That was my foundation routine. Yeah, send me some comments below. Tell me what you thought. Tell me if you want to see more. Tell me if you want to see this eye look. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see all of you guys later. Love you. Bye.